Hi, my name is Catherine Cornai, and I'm an astrophysicist and educator working with the NISE network. Welcome to the content training video for story blocks in the Explore Science, Earth, and Space Toolkit. Have you ever imagined new worlds or dreamed about space travel after watching a science fiction movie or TV show? If so, you're in good company. Many scientists, engineers, and astronauts have been inspired by fictional stories about a possible future in space. The science fiction movie 2001: A Space Odyssey premiered in 1968, entertaining viewers with the rich world in which humans were living and working in space. A Space Odyssey was one of the first science fiction movies that expanded on real scientific concepts and research to depict a future in space just beyond our reality, foreshadowing the International Space Station almost 50 years in the future. Around the same time that A Space Odyssey was in movie theaters, a new science fiction TV show was also capturing the imagination of viewers. Star Trek followed the adventures of the crew of the Starship Enterprise as they explored the galaxy in the far distant 23rd century. Like A Space Odyssey, Star Trek predicted technologies long before their everyday use, including cell phones, tablet computers, and language translators, and told stories about what it might be like to someday live and work in space. Star Trek's passionate fans fueled a decades-long relationship between the show and NASA. In the 1970s, fans started a letter-writing campaign requesting that NASA's first space shuttle be named Enterprise. Harnessing the power of their roles on the TV show, Star Trek actors Nichelle Nichols and George Takei also helped NASA recruit more diverse astronauts and inspire the next generation to explore space. NASA astronaut Mae Jemison even appeared in an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. She credits Nichols' portrayal of Lieutenant Uhura with sparking her own interest in space. There is a wide variety of stories that can inspire people. A Space Odyssey and Star Trek are just two examples from the universe of science fiction. This expansive genre also includes stories from cyberpunk, alternative histories, and Afrofuturism, all with their own passionate fans. Even if you don't share a love of aliens or time travel, we can all show appreciation for the power of imagination. Scientists frequently dream about developing new technologies that can turn science fiction into science fact. To stir the imagination of their workforce and the public, NASA often partners with artists who draw, paint, or design these future possibilities. Artists can help us envision goals just over the horizon, maybe colonies on the moon, or even an outpost on Mars. And they can also support far-off ideas. What about a giant colony ship or an asteroid mining machine? How about space tourism to popular destinations throughout the solar system and beyond? The stunning images that artists create fuel our dreams and can serve as mental scaffolding for future scientific research and development. In this activity, visitors create their own story about living on the moon. They'll use their imagination to think about how future astronauts will travel to the moon, how they'll explore its surface, and how living on the moon will be different from living on Earth. Remind your participants that scientists and engineers think about these same questions too. In real life, scientists also have to think about budgets and schedules. But in this mission, participants can think creatively without worrying about those constraints. Starting with a blank page is hard for anyone creating a story. Just like NASA scientists can be inspired by the work of artists, encourage participants to use the compelling images on the blocks and corresponding activity cards to get their creativity flowing. Researchers spent many years designing and building the Space Launch System, a new rocket to carry astronauts to the moon as part of NASA's Artemis mission. A new way station orbiting the moon will serve as a platform for new missions to the surface and a launching point to explore further into the solar system. Specially designed rovers and other robotic helpers will explore the moon's dark craters, looking for precious water ice. Just like the crew of a futuristic starship, let your participants venture into the unknown without limits. Some visitors may want to include futuristic technologies, like space elevators and warp drives. And don't be surprised to see a few astronauts meeting aliens, even though we haven't discovered life beyond Earth just yet. These ideas, even if they seem far-fetched right now, are useful because they help us imagine what might exist in 10, 50, or 100 years. Creativity is an important part of science, and conceptualizing the future through storytelling can be a valuable tool for developing someone's science identity. Thanks for watching this content training video on story blocks. I hope you enjoy facilitating this activity from the Explore Science, Earth, and Space Toolkit.